Hey everybody, want to welcome back to Desert Sky Mystic. Today we are going to be doing our chakra tarot card reading for Scorpio. So this is a general reading and it is a timeless reading. So what that basically means is that this will not apply to everybody, but if it doesn't really matter when you're watching it. I am recording in August of 2022, but whenever you come across this video, that means you have found it at the right time for you, and there are messages in there for you as well. So the format here with the chakra, the chakra reading, what we're doing is we are using the 7 major chakras. That's kind of our reference points for the tarot cards. So that the messages can be delivered through those places. And you'll see here in a minute when we switch over to that overhead cam what I'm talking about, and it'll all make sense. So having said that, let's go on and get started and see what this message has in store for you today. All right, so we have our root chakra here, which deals with our basic needs, necessities, security, feeling of security, our foundation in life. We have our Sacral Chakra, which deals primarily with our emotional state, along with a few other things. We have our Solar Plexus Chakra, which deals with the applications of our personal power, our self-confidence, sometimes our career, because that deals a lot with personal power. We have our Heart Chakra, which in this reading will be our relationships, all of our relationships, not just romantic relationships. We have our Throat Chakra, which is the way that we are communicating with the world and the way that we are receiving communication. We have our third eye chakra, which is the way that we are seeing the world, what lenses we are looking through at this point in time. And we have our crown chakra, which is the way that the world is seeing us at this point in time. All right, so let's go on and see what we have going on here at our root chakra. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. This is kind of this is the energy of almost like apathy, of having some choices and not really feeling great about any of the choices that we have in front of us, still looking for something, not being very satisfied here. We have I don't know. I mean, just well, look at the gal. She has 3 cups there. She's just not impressed. She's not very interested. She doesn't like what she sees. We have the universe over here bringing something else in with all this rainbow and stuff, and she's just kind of ignoring it. It's just real kind of a meh energy right now. So in the way that applies to our just kind of our sense of security and everything, I think right now you're not you're not in danger zone. You're not scared, but you're not real satisfied right now with kind of where you live or where you're working and the things that are happening to you on a basic security type level. Maybe it's that you want a family, don't have a family, but whatever it is, there's a dissatisfaction here that you haven't figured out how to quite fulfill. Let's take a look here. Yeah, and I think this comes down to the choices. I think this is reinforcing the choices you have. Like again, up here, we have some options here that she's not very interested in, and I think it's because for you, you're not quite sure what you want. I mean, there's in all of the things that you have in front of you are so diverse, but nothing is really kicking out at you and grabbing your attention. I mean, the comparison card kind of reinforces that with the 2 different trees, very different strengths, different weaknesses. Just completely different, and neither of those are really attractive, not pulling you in. You're looking for something bigger and better, something that is bigger than you, something to be a part of, something that you can feel a part of, something that you can find this immense beauty in, maybe. But whatever it is, this big picture desire, this longing here is not being fulfilled with the things that you have in front of you right now. So you're really trying to figure that out. And again, I don't think this is necessarily an unstable energy. I think this is a kind of a stagnant energy, kind of just not non-satisfied, not being satisfied with where things are at right now in your life. So let's take a look at what the rest of this reading has to say and see if we can get some more clarification here, see what's going on. Emotionally, I think this is Six of Pentacles. This is about, charity and giving and being open and receiving and those types of things. What you give is what you get. So I do think that emotionally you're open. I mean, I don't think you're closed off by any means. It's just the what you're given is meh, what you're getting is meh, and it's not, again, it's not inspiring. It's just it's just not where you want to be, even on the emotional side of things. I just think um, you are giving, you are open, you are giving. It's just what you have to give right now is not, you're getting that back in return, which is just compounding the problem of where things are at for you right now with this kind of apathy, this stuck feeling. And what you were really looking for here, let's take a look at this. Yeah, what you're really looking for is a new way to look at the world. You want this veil to come down. You want to have a different point of view, but you don't, it's like you can't find it. You haven't figured it out yet. It's like you're looking for something. Like when we're, looking for the perfect piece of art, or, you have this idea of what you kind of want, but you're still exploring, and you're really kind of trying to break down the veil here, and you're trying to see the world for more of what itself. You're exploring what it is you actually want. You just haven't quite found it yet. And I think this is a process of evolution for you. I think this is a necessary step, because what we have here, and I actually think there's this person that's kind of down, on their hands and knees here. And I think that's kind of where you're at right now. And you know where you want to go. You want to be inspired. You want to have these things happen for you. You want to be able to put something different out in the world and in turn receive it back. But you haven't figured out what that is for you. Maybe it's like trying to figure out a career, for example. You want to work. You want to be inspired. You want to go out there and love what you do, but you haven't found anything that you love yet. And you just keep looking and you're not finding it. You're looking at a job ad and you're talking to people and nothing seems to interest you. It's whatever this is, this energy around you. Again, whether it's relationships, whether it's work, whether it's just in general, that's very much the type of energy that you are dealing with right now. Let's see here. Confidence wise, I don't think there's anything wrong either. I mean, or in terms of you're not this is such an interesting reading because you're not like on shaky ground here. Like the solar plexus chakra, in terms of your kind of personal power, your confidence, it's not shaken. You don't think that there's like you're not like on unstable ground, I guess is what I'm saying. Everything is like kind of balanced and in order. It's just kind of like this overall meh feeling on everything. And the same with the self-confidence. You haven't taken a hit there. It's not like you lack self-confidence. It's not like that you're dealing with any of those types of things at all. I mean, I think that actually seems a very good place. I just think you're waiting and waiting and waiting for something to happen. And you've taken some action steps and some moves to try to make something happen. Nothing is just clicking in, and it's just kind of like, okay, anytime now. You're ready for it. You're prepared. You're ready and waiting, but nothing is happening type energy. Um, at this point, I almost get the sense that you would love some chaos. Usually the stress card is about all, overdoing it, juggling, this clown's blowing a horn and juggling and balancing and switching legs. And anytime this monkey could pop the balloon. And I almost get the sense here that normally this is not like a card that you want, but I almost get the sense you're just like, yeah, let's do it. I don't care anything. We need to shake this up. Things are too slow. I can't deal with this right now. Something has to move. And even if it is crazy and hectic and whatever else, maybe just going through that will, break this free, will like unjam this, unclog this, get this choke point freed up. And so you're perfectly willing to, kind of go into this state of chaos even in order to get things flowing again. It's just like you're really kind of just stuck right now. So I think think that's the first time I've ever gotten that type of energy to where this stress card would be a welcome thing in your life. But really, I think it's more about the action and the activity than it's not like anybody wants to be in stressful situations. You're just looking for something to get moving. And if this is what it takes, then by all means, bring it on. That's where you're at right now. So very interesting that that popped up here for you. Let's keep going. Your relationships, again, very stable. You have no problem with them. You're kind of in a just a steady place. You don't have any, we're not dealing with a bad relationship issue here. Your friends and family are just fine. Nothing major popping out in terms of this first card. We'll look at a couple other cards here to see if there's anything else that comes through. But overall, you are fine, that the relationships are there for you. Nothing exciting, nothing, no cute adventures, just good, stable people around you. And again, everything is just very, very there, very, very dust is very much settled. Yeah, and you know what? I actually think that this, not necessarily relationships, I think that this is contributing to, you're almost, again, same with that stress card, you're almost, I don't want to say you're looking for instability, but you feel just, again, that nothing exciting in life is happening, that everything is so just in place where it's supposed to be, and you want things kicked up. You need something to break free, get moving. And even if that means, I mean, because for you, all of this stagnant energy, this stagnant kind of theme that you're dealing with right now in life it's a suppressing energy. It's a control factor on you. You feel like you're in a cage, like you're trapped, like you're stuck, like these things, like these, again, you don't think these are like bad things for you, but you feel like that these are very constrictive as it relates to just your general nature and the way that you feel naturally in life. So, I mean, you are the type of person I think right now that needs that excitement, that needs a little bit of that chaos, and everything is just really super, super, super stable, which is creating a lot of times people shoot for stability, but for you, this it's too much stability and it's really creating this feeling of suppression and control and something you really don't like. It's not a comfortable place for you to be in. So it's it's funny. Two more cards that, not necessarily positive cards, but they're describing a feeling that is kind of a negative feeling for you, and as a reaction to very kind of stable, positive things. Again, it's not a bad thing. There's no judgment there at all. It's just we all have our own personalities and the things that keep us excited about life. And you want to be excited about life. You want things happening. Right now, nothing's happening. Everything's just settling. It's just settled. Yeah, let's keep on continuing the theme. I mean, we in our communication area here, you have all these big plans, I mean, you want to do other things. I mean, the way that you are talking to people and the way that people are talking to you, it's all about, the planning of it, what could be, what could we do, the imagination side of things. But again, the reality of it is none of this stuff is actually happening. So, it's two of wands, again, a very much a planning type deal. So it's all on paper, it's all in your head, it's all your thoughts, but nothing is breaking free. And maybe you can't do anything about it right now. Maybe that's because you don't have the money, maybe that's because you don't have anybody to do it with, or whatever the case is, but there's something holding you back. But when that does free up for you, then you're going to have all this stuff that you're ready to take off with, and you're not going to look back. But right now, you're very much stuck in the stage of, what you want to do, you just can't move forward with it. So that is very interesting as well. It's just more of the same in terms of this super stable energy right now. Let's see what else we have though. Yep. Yeah, you're ready. I mean, you want to get out there. You want to be inspired. You want to be playful. You want to go enjoy life. You want to spread your wings. You want to go explore. You want all of these things to be happening for you, and you are not, you're not even being quiet about this really. You're just like, hey, this is what I want. This is where I'd like to go. This is my dreams. These are all the things I want to do. These are the things that would make me happy. But your life right now, although it is not bad, it is just not facilitating all of this adventure and all of this action oriented type stuff that you need, the things that make you smile. And therefore, because you don't have that in your life, it's really got you at a point to where you're just kind of like, again, meh. Again, this stability a lot makes a lot of people happy. It's what they seek after. And again, it's not a bad thing. You're not even saying it's a bad thing. It's just it's not inspiring for you. And if you're not inspired, then you're not feeling real great about life. So let's keep moving here. Okay, so the way that you're seeing the world here is, we got the high priestess, which is really about going inward, being internal. It's about balance. And, I think right now that perhaps this is what you are feeling about this. This is the way that you are seeing everything, is that this will eventually free up, that perhaps even this stability was in response to another phase of your life to where things were crazy, and you were living it up, and maybe things got too much and too wild, and you did need to take a step back and rebalance yourself. And maybe this is the opposite end of that. So as crazy as things were, maybe now you have the extreme balance and stability as an offset for where you're at before. But whatever this is, you're looking at this kind of almost like in, okay, well, you know, again, it's that balancing out that yes, things were extremely crazy. Now they're so stable, I can't stand it. And you're just kind of waiting for that middle ground to where, okay, fine, where can I be inspired? Where can I go? Where can I go find the adventure I want without it going too far and without losing all of my stability, but not have it to be so boring? You're really looking for that middle ground right now. And again, you're not seeing any options, which is kind of where you're at this stuck kind of energy. Yeah. There it is. I mean, it's just reinforcing over and over again. The we have this outsider card, which is basically, this boy is looking on the other side of this fence. There's these beautiful colors, some really cool stuff going on over here, but he's stuck on the other side of the fence. And for you, it's kind of the same deal. Again, looking for that middle ground. What is that place where you can go to where there's a lot of cool stuff going on, but at the same time, you're not losing some of this. It keeps you a little safe and a little secure. I mean, because you do need both. You need to find that middle ground. I do think this is going to happen for you, though. I think that it will snap into place. I think that you already kind of have the answers. You just don't realize it yet. If you look at this gate here, this padlock's unlocked. So really all this boy has to do is step through. So that's why I think that you very much know kind of where you're at and where the limits are on both sides of them and where you kind of want to be at. And there's going to be something that happens that then you're going to be like, okay, now's the time. I'm going to move forward with this. This is my opportunity. Then you're going to step through that gate. I also think that you have a lot of people kind of here, putting their 2 cents on it, telling you you should do this, you should do that, you should be happy about this, you should be happy about this, but they don't know what you're going through. They don't know your feelings. They don't know what you need to keep you inspired in life. I think there's maybe a little bit in here there's some truth. So I think you need to glean through some of that, but you're going to find that balance by going inwards. And yeah, most of the stuff you need to discard, but there's going to be a little bit of truth mixed in with all the extra noise here as well. So don't discard it completely. Just take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. And I think where that middle point is going to be is just the different ideas on, where those limits kind of lie out here. Like if somebody were to say, well, you remember last time when you did this, you ended up in a hospital or whatever that is. And I think those things are very valid, and you should listen to that type of stuff because those people care about you and they don't want you to be hurt again. But I think there's a point where you can go out there and be inspired and live an adventurous life. And then there's a point where you say, okay, if I cross this line, that's where it gets, bad or dangerous or not so healthy. And I think that some of this stuff leads and serves to kind of help you keep those things in mind. But there's also a lot of people here that are basically saying, this is good. This is what you need. You shouldn't worry about this other stuff. That's not good for you either because this isn't the right fit for you. It's somewhere between the adventure and the stability. There's some middle ground that works well for you that you align perfectly with, and that's why you're here. So keep the search up for sure. Keep that search up for sure. Okay, so as people look in on you, what they're kind of thinking, the way that they see you right now is that they almost feel like this is a balance for you. It's almost like, yeah, this person, he or she was so crazy with what they've done in the past that it's finally nice to see them find that stability. They've come full circle. This is exactly what they need. This is where they need to be at. They'll get used to this eventually and understand that this is the healthiest thing for them. I think that when people are kind of looking in on you and their thoughts and the way that they see you right now, that's kind of what their thought process is. Now, again, the thing is, they don't know what's best for you. And I do think there is a middle ground, but I don't think where you're at right now is it. I don't think that you are living right now, and we all have different personalities and the way we approach life, the way that we see things, and based on those things, really determines, where we are happiest. And for some of us, this type of stuff is exactly where we're the happiest at, and that's where we should be at. I mean, that's where we are most fulfilled. For you, you are not most fulfilled there. I mean, it's safe, but that's not where you're fulfilled at. So getting to that middle ground of, that balance between safety and security and adventure and inspiration, that's what you're looking for right now. And so far, that really hasn't been very apparent for you. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, again, this is just reinforcing the idea that they think that people that are looking in on you think this is a good thing, that they think this is balance, this is where you need to be at, that, this is where you shine the brightest. And maybe that's where that maybe your safety and security makes them feel the best about themselves and how they feel about you. So, for example, and we'll just say a mother. If your mother saw this crazy stuff in the past and they're scared for you, and this makes them feel very safe, they feel like there's a real control factor here, and this is really the best place for you. If you would just listen to reason, you would realize how much happier and nicer it is being here than the other extreme. But the thing is both of them are extremes for you. And then, the other side of that is that they also feel like that they are providing guidance for you along these lines by telling you all these things. As you saw in that last card where these people are telling you things, they feel like, that you are in a good place and they want you to accept it and recognize it. And when they're looking at you right now, they don't think in their minds, they are trying to convince you that this is the best thing for you. And they could tell that you're just kind of not very happy. You're not unhappy, but they can tell that this is kind of just it's not it's not the best place for you, and they are trying to convince you that it is. But again, it's not. It's not. You got to find that place for yourself, But just know that the people that are talking to you about this stuff and the people that feel this way, they just care about you and they want the best things for you. They just don't understand that the best place for you is somewhere between this and the adventure and inspiration, that middle ground to where you can have both and be safe, secure, and inspired and on adventures. And there is a middle ground. We just have to find it. So just know this is coming from a place of love, though, that nobody's really trying to like hold you back or suppress you or keep you from doing what makes you happy. They just want you to have a good life, and they think this is the way to get there for you because that's what it is for them. But it'll work out. you will move past this. You will find that place. You will find the inspiration you're looking for, and it will make you extremely happy. It's just at this point in time of this reading, this is what you're working through. These are the things that you're looking at. So I think the future is absolutely bright for you. You just gotta, keep putting one foot in front of the other, evaluate this stuff, look at these things, and you will move through this energy as well. Okay, so that is what I have for this reading. If this resonates with you, please hit that like button. That helps us out quite a bit. And so to subscribing, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We'd love to have you part of the family. So thank you for that. And then, so yeah, that is what I have for this reading. I hope it has helped in some way, and we will see you next time.